Hello, children of the world. It's Mama. Did you miss me? Because I sure have missed you. So today, Mama's gonna continue talking about Birkins and Hermes and all of that jazz. Because because my last video ran a little bit long, and so this just be like, I guess, the part 2 of that story. So let me backtrack a little bit. So I bought my Birkin and I went home and if you want the full story, go and watch that video because it's explained like real in-depth detail how I actually acquired it. And so a couple months later, I called my sales girl and I was like, oh my god, I love the bag. And she was like, good. And I was like, well, I still really want my my red bag that I already named Red Pocket. So I was like, I'm not gonna let that good name of a bag go to waste. And so I was like, let's get another. Can I get another bag? Because when I got the Birkin, she told me this. She's like, welcome to the club. Now we can have 2 a year. And I'm like, a what? And so apparently, if you actually got offered a Birkin and in their good graces, you get to buy 2 Birkin or Kelly per year. So every season you get to buy a Birkin and a Kelly, if you can manage that. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, good to be in the club, but I don't know if I'm gonna like use that benefit, but good to know in my back pocket. And so I was like, well, can I cash in that 2 a year now? And so I was like, well, can I get, like, is it possible to get the other thing that I had originally in my mind? Because I already, in my mind, I was like, okay, I want a red bag. And so she told me, she was like, okay, well, if you really want it, we could do a special order. And I was like, what was a special order? I was like, isn't what I just did a special order? Like, no, she was like, no, that's like, something that they already have in stock and they just offered it to me. A special order would be meaning something that I order, and when it does come in, it's under my name. Like, so it's mine, it's personalized, like it's for me, right? And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know it was a thing that they just offered to everybody. So I was like, okay, I didn't know I can do a special order, but okay. Just knowing me, I just got offered a Birkin and then now I'm getting offered a special order Birkin. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, just like, like VIP me into it, bitch. And so I was like, okay, like, let's do a special order. And so she's like, okay, well, there's a couple rules and there's a couple processes and you have to pick the leather. And then she said you could actually pick up to 3 colors. So, but there's like tricolor and bicolor, and then like, a single color with like a different lining, something like that, but they still call that bicolor. And so I was like, okay, how does it work? And she was like, okay, well, you have to pick the leather. So you either can come back and then we can go over the leather, or we can do it over the phone and then you just go and figure out like the leather by looking online, and then we can see, and then we can just figure out the combo and make sure that, it's not so gaudy that they'll just flat out reject you. And then they said like, each year, I think each season, each sales girl get to have pick 2 of their best customer to offer the special order to. So I was like really honored that she picked me as one of the 2. And so she anyway, so we went on, and I was like, okay, you know what I'll do? I'll go to my local Hermes store and I'll pick up the leather, and then I'll go and get I'll figure it out, and then I'll come back to you. And so in my mind, I already figured out, it was like, okay, then what I want to do is I want what I picked is the Rouge Grand is my red color, and then I picked I think was called Electric Blue, or blue electric, for the back, and then on the side, the lining is black. So it's actually originally I want to do this like really dark chocolate, but she said sometimes the chocolate does come out pooey color if you mix it with other colors, so it doesn't look as nice. And so she's like, it's a little bit of red, so you should better do like a black. And so I was like, okay, I'll do that in Togo. So same with my other Birkin. So the leather is Togo. I forgot to mention that. And so So it's like, since I know the leather type and I like it, I'll just do the same thing. And because I know that, and obviously in size 40. Hindsight 2020, I should have ordered a 35, because as I got older, the 40 got a little bit heavy to carry. And so I was like, ooh. So I was ordering it, but at the time I was, carrying the biggest bag in my life. And so we placed the order, and then also we could specialize in the hardware. So I ordered gold hardware, of course, and there's an option where you can have it brushed, so it's not shiny. It's like a brush matte gold hardware, and I was like, yes, give me that. And so we placed the order in, and and so we were like, okay, there's really no control over when the special order comes in. And really, when it comes in, it comes in. When it doesn't, it doesn't. And so she was like, okay, we'll give you a call once it comes. So after 3 years, still counting, it still hasn't happened. And so I have really no bags to show you guys. Because it's still in queue, but it's happening, because I did talk to them a couple months ago, and I was like, is it that bag happening? If it's not happening, can I just place another one? Because now I want a 35, not a 40. And so could that be changed if my bag isn't made? Just seriously, if the bag is not even being made, can I just switch it out? But I think they're having delay on that, because mine is a tricolor. And I think they discontinue offering tricolor since last year or something like that. And so it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I don't think it's going to happen. And they're going to just basically just have it in queue for years and years and not actually do anything about it. And so I was like, if that's what's happening, can I just place another one for a smaller size bag, please? Because I feel like, it's about time now. It's 3 years since. But yeah, so I'm just a little bit okay, what is going on? And so that's kind of the process of how you get from a Birkin to a special order Birkin, when you just be like, I need a particular color and I already have a good name for it. So can you make that happen? That'll be great. Thanks. So maybe you can do that to your sales girl. Maybe she'll be like, okay, if you're really dead set on that color, we'll give you a special order. And so I'm still dreaming about this bag. And I just pray and hope that it does come in the mail soon. But since the exchange rate is so bad, I probably, it's probably a good thing that is not coming in yet. And so if I were to do another special order, I probably would, maybe I just wouldn't do the 3 color, I'll just do the 2 color. But I still I feel like 3 color would be so bomb, because I have electric blue, the Kelly. I really do feel like that will be really good combo, just striking bag with the black and I kind of, in my mind, I still feel like it should been a dark, a really dark wood color with the red and the blue, because it would just marry it all together, and it'll just be a nice thing. But they were saying, it's such a risk. They said it's better to go with the black, because it's more bankable, and it's all that. But I'm still in my mind, that dark chocolate brown would complement the dark blue and the bright red, and just tie it all in, and with the brushed gold. So it's still in my mind, even though it's 3 years since I placed the order, it's almost 4 years now since I placed the order. It's still so vivid in my mind that I was like, okay, this is bad, because we spent so much time in it, because I went to my local Hermes store multiple times to check on all the leather color. And also they were offering, they were saying that I could go and get the Epsom, which is a little bit stiffer, or Togo. But then what the problem with it is you have to, if you pick 3 colors, you have to make sure all those 3 colors has those 3 colors available in the leather type that you choose. So not only you have to pick the leather that they have offer and work together, you have to make sure that it stays in the same family. So if you pick a Togo on one kind, you can't have the Chevy in the other, you can't have it in Epsom in another. So you can't have 3, it have to be all Togo logo in the different colorways, and all in Epson in different colorways, and all Chevy in different colorways. It kind of all have to be the same, and that's the only issue, because I would be like, wouldn't it be such a cool bag if, you know, it was like, you know, Toke in the front, Epson in the side, and then like, you know, and then like a different type on the back. But I think they only really do that when it's like 3 exotic types, because it's like obviously different animal, right? But I don't think they do that with the same leather type materials. But anyways, so that is Mama's journey on special order that she yet has gone yet. So I'm very annoyed at how long it's taking. But, you know, patience, you know, good thing comes to those who wait, I guess. So, you know, I'll just keep waiting. But until then, before then, I was satisfied with another. I did got a Kelly, so that'll be another video. And so yeah, so I did got that, and so it kind of like tie me over, so I'm good for now. But I'm still be like, I still want that special order. Don't make a liar out of me, guys. And so I always joke, be like, girl, like I already told all my friends, you can't disappoint me now. Anyway, so remember, Mama loves you.